Checking, checking. Testing. Testing, testing. Okay, I seem to have my mic back. I don't know what just happened there. I am super sorry about that, guys. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, so now that I made a little loud for a second here. I was like pulling all my cables out trying to see if anything got unplugged. Ugh. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Anyways, go ahead and just kind of jump right into this. Last time we were out here, we were looking at some X-Plane stuff, and we are getting ready to do the 3K downrange rocket and a few other fun things. So let's just jump right into that and get it going, okay? All connections seem to be good. Everything's working. Hope I don't sound too staticky. I sort of put my sound box back into place. Got really loud fans on my computer, so I had to build this little like box of 8 cartons to kind of separate where my mic sits compared to where my tower is because it's super loud. It's a nightmare. Anyways, a good old-fashioned long loading screen brought to you by Kerbal Space Program Heavily Modded Edition. My caffeinated bang in my hand, snacks on snacks, and urge to do some rocket stuff. Ah, yes. Beautiful KSP game I love probably more than. Okay, so let me just go ahead and just do a quick little recap of where we're at because I'm playing 4 different games and I want to make sure we're not going to screw anything up. So, we're going to be doing a low space for film return. I remember that. We have to get the 150 altitude. Okay, yeah, we did all the testing for this rocket and we're good to go. But before we go over to that, let's hop over to the space plane hangar real fast. All right. So we won't be doing too much focus on the space plane this time around. We spent a lot of time on it last time, so I'm just gonna come in here and just do some quick final touches, get it building so we can go ahead and launch it later. Chances are we're gonna blow up the first one we make because that's just how the Kerbal works. Okay, this bad boy up. I keep forgetting I have that on 0 bits. I was trying to just get rid of the bits altogether because I don't like people giving me money. I feel weird about it. Okay, so I think I Stable crossfeed. There we go. That is very interesting. Hold on a second. I know why.
Let's go.
That a little bit better? I forgot to turn my audio switch on when I was ripping everything apart, trying to figure out the mic situation. Okay, anyways, there we go. Should have sound and audio. High pressure. Yeah, yeah.
Let's go.
Correctly delta. A minute and 34 seconds. Okay. Bit more. Yeah, that's my bad. Go ahead and just do real quick adjustment. Again, I don't want to spend too much time on this. Want to get this one good to go. Move on a little bit from it. I enjoy making space planes, but I feel like it's a really boring process to watch long run. Cars are gonna go. Hello, Kirim. Welcome back. Yeah, space planes, I get it. I'm just gonna do a couple of them for the sheer fact that I enjoy building them. Actually really requested, if you would believe that. Now I've done it. Point full throttle. I'm gonna spend 5 grand and get more. How do I put this? The more reliable and more blah 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 blah. Just a better version of it. So we'll get 145 out of it. First weight of 1. That way we can do this. A lot smaller, more aesthetically, please. I can be happy with that. Or it makes the back look fine. Well, I tried. Having it. If you can't tell, I'm a professional KSP. Back out, so does like that, whatever. Just a little bit. Slightly. Alright, that's good there. Let's do the quick little thingy. Oh yeah, she'll be fine. Look at those green letters. Look at how pretty she looks. Everything I want to do real fast. Save it. Just real quick, I just want to make sure it's not going to spin out of control when we air launch it, and then we will get back to the rockets, guys. And Alyssa's here. Hello, hello, hello. The party has just begun. Welcome to the stream. We are delving into some minor X-plane exploits here. I don't know. I say it wrong. I apologize. Alysea, isn't it? It's Alysea. It just looks like Alyssa to me. I don't know why. No, we're gonna be getting into rockets. I just wanted to get this little bit wrapped up real fast since we were basically at the end of it when we last left. I just want to get it built just so we can get that in the background, and then we're gonna be focusing on long rocket boys, all that fun stuff. So that really matters. Sure. Thought we had more thrust to weight than this. Like, we're not going any. Yeah, 1.3. So, to kind of explain to people, there is a little deal in here where you could blow up my ships if you want to. I have no idea why this is 6.9 thousand. Boom. Yes, Rico, kaboom. From the Madagascar movie. Basically, if you spend those points, it'll be done twice a stream. Whatever I am flying at that time has to be destroyed. No ifs, and or buts about it. I have to blow it up. That makes sense. Sorry guys, we're just gonna, I think having the engine tucked in there was causing it to yeah, no, that's the whole joke. 6.9. It's an achievable goal if you watch
go.
enough of the streams, and it's a cool little thing to kind of keep the players involved. And I know how the internet is, so it's gonna screw me over a lot. And you know what? I'm welcoming it. I mean, you can also use those. That's totally fine. It's totally up to you. In fact, the doggy is getting overly excited. Hello, welcome to the stream, and thank you for the follow. Thank you for the if I can talk today, Jesus. Okay, so real quick, we're gonna try this one more time. Just what happened? Hey. The mic can start shaking your head, please. That'd be awesome. Sure, everyone thinks you're cute, but Frankly, you're a nightmare sometimes. I love you still, though, so don't worry. Okay, that's better. I think what happened was it being in the fairing too much. It was causing it to where it wouldn't. My dogs are fat, so no, it's not excessive. My dogs are super chonks. Trust me, they don't need the treats. But we'll oblige for the people. I'm sure they won't mind at all. That's kind of my problem too. My wife knows it. She always has to get on me about giving the dogs too many treats because I'm the reason they're fat. Like 1000% of the reason they're fat is because of me. So yeah. Oh well, they're good dogs. Okay. I just got home. Yeah, super chonky dogs. Back first. Oh god, these are still on here. Take these off. Yes, they are cute dogs. Most definitely. Okay, anyways, I saw what I wanted to see. Let's go ahead and terminate this, tool it, build it, and get to the rockets, you guys. I am happy with it. Hope you're happy with it. And let's get down to business. I have the name something. I always forget about that. I don't even know my own rewards, to be honest with you. I don't look at them very often. I just know we can do just do cool sounds. And since I don't remember getting anything back from Mark, we're just gonna call this the Marky Mark. What it will be, that's what it'll be known as. Exactly. Guys, I'm blind. I don't see the parachute button. There it is. Call it the Marky Marky. I was thinking the Marky Mark. Like Mark 1 or Mark 2. Be the Marky Mark 1. Because Marky Marky, cool name, but Marky Marky Mark 1 just sounds like too many marks. We're over marketing it. Yes, that's exactly what it is. It is, that's 100% what it is. Broke shoot. Beats. And to be honest, we're just gonna assume those are gonna work, and we'll find out later. We'll find out the old-fashioned way if they work or not. Just to be safe, we're gonna put an arm button on it. Okay. So now the Marquee Mark 1 is ready. Let's God, hope this doesn't cost too much. Cost all the money. Build 1, then build 2, because I'm definitely going to blow one of these up. Pretty much that. Let's go ahead and leave it to that, and let's get to the reason why most of you are actually here, the long, skinny rocket boys you're going to be sending into space. Those of you just joining, we have gotten all the tech we need to do orbital rockets started, but we have some time to wait. So in the meantime, we're going to try to grind out some money, get the new launch pad built and everything else. We're going to do the 3K downrange contract, which would hopefully help us get everything we need to get everything else going. Yes, long, skinny rocket boys. Basically me, but in a rocket. These are going to take a little while to make. Want to this into that. And I'm gonna turn the volume down just a smidge on this music. I don't know about you guys, but it's super loud on my end. Yeah, new launch pad, which is gonna cost us 70,000, which we could have just afforded, but I'm trying to keep a little bit of money just in case, since failure has been a major milestone for our particular space center. I think this is the N9 sounding rocket. It's the basic downrange sounding rocket we built, I believe. But the Splata, I believe, is how he wanted it to be. The Splata MK1 has actually embodied all of our other rockets, including Alyssa's Fury and Mama's Toy and Mama's Cam, aptly named by Carnassa himself, because apparently all of my friends are children. But whatever. Yep, there's that big beastie thing there. Make sure. Check this. Efficiency. Okay, cool. Cool. 50 payload. Okay. Yes, they're definitely colors. I couldn't tell you much else about them, but they're definitely colors. We are also running the Evo mod pack, thanks to It's Just Lucy. Give her a shout out for that. May have to start doing some more. That was N9 that colored it. He liked the purple you picked, but he wanted to add orange to it, so that's where we're at. Go ahead and warp forward a little bit. Or these. That kind of moving. We need a lot to go. The new updates for the RP1 stuff is very interesting. I'm actually learning a lot. Yeah, add orange to my colors. He's insane. He's certifiably insane, actually. We're gonna do an actual downrange one. Then we're gonna do an Alyssa's Fury launch. Hopefully by then we'll get some more tech unlocked and be able to kind of get things going, but we will see. We're gonna launch this one at night, which is usually against how I do this, but I just really enjoy the way the cityscape looks now, so we're gonna get some cool photos of it. That's what we're gonna do here. At least that's my ultimate hope. So. Yeah, wait till you see it. This rocket was originally designed and aptly named by Carnassa. I added a few small tweaks because I wanted to put a camera on it and make it a little bit bigger. And, you know, bigger is better, apparently. I don't believe it, but that's what I've been told. Anyways, this is Mama's Cam, the giant pink rocket. Mama's Toy is essentially this Katniss without the camera, and it's a little bit shorter. Also, this is not a stream for children, so avert your eyes, I guess. I don't know. Do what you want to do. I believe in you. You're old enough. You're old enough to build a rocket. You're old enough to watch this. Clear all this crap out real fast. Our science going. Science from half of these things. And quick action. Ignite. And in 3, 2, 1, ignition. And lift off. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is going, gone. Excellent spin coming in. Oh yeah, I'll say a whisper is basically like a direct message that you'd see on like Discord. On Twitch, it should pop up. If you're on mobile, then you have to actually like go into a little menu and stuff. But you should be able to see it if you're. Oh yeah, this thing is super fast. You should be able to easily see it if you're on desktop watching this. Hey, a little spicy, but that should be fine, I hope. We've poofed out, and look at that cool cityscape. It gets more and more intense the farther away you get, which I super like. I am running slightly lower res packs for RSS currently because of the RAM usage and having OBS and my music program and my monitoring program and all the other 30 other things I run while I stream. It makes it a little laggy, unfortunately. So to make the gameplay a little smoother for everybody, I did downgrade my texture packages just to kind of get a. Ooh, yeah, that thing is fast. All right, so fast. If we hit all the contract markers so far, at least, we're just gonna kind of time prop up a little bit into space. Release the payload. I understand we have to hit 400 meters down. This is very capable of this rocket. At the 150 kilometer mark that we did. Yeah, we're way over 400. Yeah, because of how dark it is. Because I don't have any of the ambient light boost, the water just kind of vanishes on us. When it's daytime, you can see the water still shining down there. That's still a deal. We're gonna warp forward a little bit. Try not to do it too aggressively, because last time I did that, I unfortunately, like the one on Mars, I got a little too trigger happy with time warp, and we died. So I hope this bad boy right here can survive, which it should be able to. We tested it out a bunch. But you know, who knows? Who knows? Guess we will find out. Huh? Alright, let's get real here, guys. Let's zoom in. Let's stop being funny. It was designed to flip onto its nose cone so it could be more aerodynamically stable. And Pluto mission when as soon as I uninstall Kerbalism, we'll do a manned Pluto mission, okay? Ooh, getting spicy, getting spicy. Ooh, getting spicy, but it looks like we survived re-entry. Thank Jesus. Was our total downrange? I shut that out. Nope, flight recorder. Whoa, hey, thanks. Thank you for that. Alyssa, thank you for the subscription. Typically I tell people to save their subscriptions for other channels since I don't stream enough, but it is an honor to be subbed by the great Alyssa, even though I keep saying her name wrong, and I apologize for that. You are currently one of the best KSP players I know of. Having a sneaky feeling that this is going to backfire on me, because I had this happen to me here. Give me it. Well, we might be in trouble, guys. Let's just, I guess, hope for the best. It should be armed, but last time I had it armed, it wasn't, it didn't work right, and that worries me. You see here, we're doing the patented Star X belly flop maneuver. Down 705 meters downrange. That's awesome. You will be the greatest. I mean, you are the greatest KSP player. What am I saying? Oh, parachute went off. Super, super sweet. I'm happy. There she be. Just for video sake, hold on. We're gonna bump up this ambient. So the light boost is turned up. That's interesting. Pausing. Might be a little bit of a visual glitch. But you are the greatest KSP player, and I love watching you teach Carnassa how to play stock. No, this isn't the 3K downrange. This was a photography one. We only made it downrange. Oh god. Oh, it's 727 downrange. We're actually going to be building the downrange rocket here in just a moment, though. And then we will not be recovering it. We're going to let that thing blow up because we're going to be shooting it really, really fast. Because I'm going to overbuild the crap out of it. Because that's just what I do. Yeah, no, but you got to recover it for this contract. Here, nice little 30 grand in the bank for us. And then we're going to go ahead and recover this bad boy. Normal recovery motion. Oh, I can literally see the vein in his forehead get super large. It's hilarious. And I know things about Carnassa that I'm not allowed to talk about, and I understand why. It's things you also know about Carnassa, but things I don't think he wants the general public to know, so I don't talk about it. But yeah, no, I get it. Recovering the 3K downrange rocket, that's kind of a... yeah, that's not something we can really do right now. You try, but it wouldn't work very. Oops, I hit fly. I didn't hit recover. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry for my failures as a person. Go ahead and just recover this real fast, and then get moving on. 34 minutes into the stream, I've gotten at least one launch off. That's not too bad. Last time I think it took us almost an hour to get a launch off, so nice. See here. Load. Yeah. Recover. Normal recovery. I don't want to reuse it. In fact, I wonder... I could have swore I disabled it for this playthrough, but I wonder if Scrapyard's still running. The Scrapyard makes RP1 really difficult with reusing stuff like planes, because it doesn't reset your ignitions. I know, Katniss, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get, moving on with it so we can get to the fun stuff. Yeah, it's because I have 1,000 things running. I'm pegging like, what's my RAM? Uh, 19. Yeah, 19 gigs of RAM running right now. My CPU is currently clocking at 3.7, 3.8. As long as I keep it under 3940, it's usually okay. But yes, unfortunately, with a heavily modded KSP, you will run into that. Duplicate this guy, bring him up here. We're gonna edit it real fast. Oh yeah, especially like when you want. That's the thing me and Karn has to joke about in some of his things. Like he has like a 30-minute video, but he's like, that's 6 hours of gameplay, and I'm like, bro, I get it. Trust me, I've been there. In fact, most of the RSS people that play this game, like, you have to have some serious patience to play this game because everything takes so much longer to do. But I like it. I'm actually a huge fan of that. I know, unfortunately, once you get to a certain point in RP1 to where you can kind of just like do missions because you have the funding for it, then it's fun. But then I can also just sandbox stuff like that as well. Typically, what the way I end up going is I sandbox it. So real quick, we're gonna go ahead and make this top a little bit bigger. 0.3, yeah, we should be good. Then we're gonna come over here to some coupling. Put the coupler on it, yeah, like that. Nice little pretty decoupler. Tiny, tiny. Then we're gonna slap on the best in the game, the one, the Pro B engine. And basically, that's like 90% of what you do, though, isn't it, Katniss? Like all the sandbox, like all the giant missions you do, those are all sandbox based, aren't they? Also, the fact that you get integral structures so early. Yeah, it's pink. I'm gonna change the color of this particular one. This is gonna be a special rocket. The fact that you get integral structures so early in this game now is insane to me. Because you used to have to wait a minute to get those bad boys. That's fair. I can get that. I can feel that. Watch me be really lazy. Yeah. Cone. Coney cone. That. Coney. That. Staging is good. Oh. Other things we're gonna remove real quick. Coupler and the parachute. Don't need any of these. Just wait and time. I feel like this is being very missed. Pop this bad boy open. So 30 seconds on that burn. 52. Which is a 40-second. Remove all tanks and add new fuel. All tank. Add more fuel. And that bad boy becomes 47 seconds. Yeah. See, that's one of the reasons why I abuse the crash simulation thing. Which is also sort of why I started to do this, is because kind of see like this is real-time building stuff. So if you're having troubles or you're running into problems, you can use some of the design stuff that I'm doing here, kind of meld it into your own rocket if you want. little bit long. This is in no way enough delta V to do what we need to do. All right. Well, we're going to plan B real fast, guys. This. Yes, and as Alistair said, there's literally no limit to how long you spend on the VAB. That is a huge, huge part of this game. In fact, it's one of my favorite things about this. But yes, RSS RO is definitely a different type of playthrough. It's definitely something that you gotta adjust to. Something that you really need to learn it over time. Is the it's something that I've been playing RO for years, like so many years, and there are still things that I'm learning about this game, and they keep updating it and changing things, which is driving me nuts. But kind of get back in and keep going until I figure it out. Yeah, I'm running a 1660 myself, and it is pretty good. If I run KSP for too long, it kind of starts to get a little mad at me, but nothing that can't be fixed. All right, so I want trying to do this as cheap as possible because I don't like spending money. 52 seconds. I can pull out of this guy. Yeah, don't take the colors. It's a bad idea. They're good color schemes. They're just bad ideas. Go ahead and give this a quick little testy test. What's my first choice? Terrible, but not. Go ahead and light the candle, I guess. To not use the legitimate. So, a lot of it's really dependent. Early on in these in the game, hot staging is just because everything is so weak and avionics are so expensive. Weight is like one of your number one concern. A spin motor is just extra weight if you could hot stage the stage. You could use, in fact, I use spin motors in Ullage RCS for my first orbital rocket, but a rocket that I'm just kind of downrange shooting and doing the top uncontrolled, 100% hot staging is just, it's cheaper, it's more effective if you understand how to do it, and it saves a lot of weight, which saves money on avionics and everything else. One of the most crucial things about early game RP1 is being able to save as much weight as you can and design something that you can use multiple times. Like this particular rocket, in my opinion, is the most wasteful rocket in the series because you spend a lot of money to get to it, but if you're lucky, you only ever use this rocket one time because the only thing it's good for is the 3K downrange contract. Now you can use the base of this rocket and you can actually do early like orbital rocketry like at 25 tons once you get the next launch pad set up using a lot of what we have here. You can actually add like a second aerobee stage on top of this one, and the RD100 is strong enough to be able to actually help you get into orbital. And in that situation, you need to use a coast, which requires an ullage motor. But if you're going to be doing back-to-back launches, especially with like ullage rated engines, it's just so much easier and cheaper to hot stage. But once you kind of get out of the sounding rockets and get more into the orbital stuff in the game, that is really when hot staging becomes a little bit less useful, and you want to start using, you know, ullage motors and stuff like that. But right there, that hot stage, it was super simple to do. Didn't take any, you know, crazy amounts of timing. You just hit the stage button twice, and we're off. I had to do no extra money for motors. I didn't have to do any extra weights. You only have to have the base stage and control for 50 seconds on the contract we're going to be doing, which makes life a little bit easier. But all in all, I guess this long rant was basically that May decided to use hot staging over ullage motors, especially early on, purely because they're easier, they're cheaper, and they don't cost as much, and they weigh less. But once you get to a point to where you don't have to worry about weight as much, then yeah, using RCS or like, you know, small like little SRBs to kind of ullage your engines, then you'll see that be used a lot more. But a lot of early game rockets, they're gonna be, you know, like an LR105 with two LR89s on the side of it to give it the lift to get up, and then one long burn stage that'll eventually get to orbit. And at that point, there's no reason for having anything else. At least that's what I've noticed from a lot of players, especially ones that normally do the build style like I do. Or at least me personally, it's easier and it's cheaper and it weighs less to be able to hot stage stuff comparative to ullage motoring stuff. This isn't gonna make it, guys. Need a little bit more angle, I think. Yeah, we're gonna start hitting the re-entry a little too much. Oh, anyways, I'll stop talking about the ullage thing. You get a rocket built. So yeah, the entry is gonna destroy this thing. Just gonna absolutely annihilate it. Yeah. 85, that's a minute 15. So I can get a lot more burn out of this guy if I need. You may end up doing. 11. Wait, it makes it wait. If I go that. 99, okay, that's not too terrible. Here. Why do you have so much electric charge? You don't need that much electric charge. Let's be smaller, please. I have to retool this, aren't I? Yeah. Whatever. I can be happy with it. I can be happy with it. We're just taking that electricity they gave us so much more delta V. So much more delta V. Usually want this down here to be about 6,000, but it's not always accurate. I always go by engineer or MechJeb. MechJeb tells me we have, oh god, just 61 in atmos vacuum. They need a little bit more. I have actually successfully done this without even having less. Actually, I've actually got this to work with using less. So let's see. To check something quick. Hold on. Sorry, I'm talking to some of the other the pointy bit. The the pointy bits to kind of help get through the airy bits. One second here. Let me read this to make sure I'm reading it correctly. So I just realized that you don't have to have any sounding payload for this rocket. So let's get rid of this for a second. Just scrap it. We're just gonna, yeah, because no build done on it. We're just gonna start from scratch anyways. Well, so when I take the sounding payload off, I'm gonna build the rocket I normally build, which is like 14.7 tons total, and I can clear the 3,000 kilometers before I even get back into the atmosphere. And I'm gonna kind of show you guys how I do that. Because one of the biggest things about it is if you aim too much up, you spend too much time airborne. You need to get into space to get a resistance, but you need to be pointing away, which is the big key on these. Getting it just right. And something that's going to really help us with weight saving is getting rid of the sounding payload. That just gave us a lot more delta V. Fast. So let's check the burn time. So 64, still not using all the potential of this, but I don't want to make it any wider. 14.5. Give this just a little more burn time, it looks like. We're pushing it just a little bit, but not so much that it's going to be a problem. We're going to kind of fine tune the bendy here, the angle. Because my thrust weight's so high, it's not going to do a lot of early tipping, so I have to set the angle how I want it. Because if it's not angled far enough downrange, it won't go downrange. But if you angle it too much downrange, then it's just going to be stuck in the atmosphere so long it's going to heat up and die. You know, honestly, I think Alisea would be great at RSS RO. As long as Carnassa wasn't there giving her crap about how long she spends in the VAB, well, I know for a fact he spends literal hours in it. I am multitasking right now, talking to some of the other RSS RO players about this charity thing I have coming on in a few weeks. So sorry, I'm going to be typing here for just a second. Okay, we're done. Sorry, I was talking to Calvin, Mark, and N9 right now. There he is. There he is. About time you showed up.
Let's go.
Anyways, I don't know if Carnass is actually paying attention to that group chat, to be honest with you, but everyone else is a part of it. But I'm talking to Mark and Calvin and N9 right now about the whole charity deal. Yeah, pretty much, Katniss. And the whole goal is I'm going to be doing like a 12-hour stream. If not longer, I might go 14 hours, depending. But we're going to be doing a bunch of charity donation stuff throughout the day. But as part of the stream, especially like early on in it, since people like Carnassa will be awake, I want to do like a couple hours of like the game Overcooked. Just have like me and Nine, Carnassa, Mark, Calvin, someone, just 4 of us, whoever can make it. Basically play a game that we're not used to playing and trying to cooperate with each other and not destroy everything. And I think that'd be fun for the community, especially if we got a bunch of people together to kind of watch it. And I'm hoping that would help build enough hype on the stream to get more people to start showing up. That way, when we start getting later in the stream, when it's just going to mostly be me, I'll have enough early on donations to kind of help out with the whole situation. We are way too angled, I think. Maybe not. Maybe not. A little spicy for me. But yeah, I go on vacation here soon, in May, and part of it is me and my wife's anniversary, but at the end of it, I'm gonna have a little extra time, so I'm gonna set up that I'm still talking to a few charities about the best way, because I want to do a direct donate one through Twitch, so we can have like a leaderboard, so we can actually see who donated what. There's a couple of them. One of the ones I'm looking into is like a child trafficking one to help fight child trafficking. There's a breast cancer awareness one I could sign up for. There was another one about it was an educational third world type deal. So like there's a couple of them I'm looking into right now. I haven't quite picked one yet though. And a lot of it's going to be if it's something that I believe in personally, and also if it's something that I can direct donate through Twitch, because not all charities are set up for that. Which I still may add those like to the bottom as little extra tabs. If people want to donate to those as well, they can. But that's going to be completely up to them. And there we go. We hit 3,000 kilometers, and we're still almost 1,000,000 meters above the surface of Earth. Perfect. Okay, so we are going to make some little itty bitty changes. I'm going to tip this back just a little bit more because we were getting a little spicy in there. And yeah, anniversary, two whole years. She has not killed me yet, so I think we're doing good. But I could be wrong. She could be plotting my murder like every day. She wakes up before me, so I am a little scared of her. Since yeah, she gets up earlier than me, and I'm pretty heavy when I sleep, so she could just strangle me in my sleep, and by the time I realized what was going on, I'd probably be dead. So we try not to make her too mad. Yep, 2 whole years. We have known each other for let's see, I was 16 when we met. I'm almost 30. We have known each other for like 14 years or so. We've only been together for, oh god, I don't know. I want to say 5 years. Yeah, everything gets dark. You, I mostly stream these when you're asleep, but something always gets dark on these streams. Especially if Mark shows up. This is a not rated for children stream. We swear. We have rockets that are named after, well, dildos, I guess. Thanks to somebody in the chat. And old. But yeah. Luckily enough, though, my wife wanted to go spend time with her friends today, and since I had to be at work all day yesterday, now remember, I don't know what the reward rules are. Those rules are for Karnas's server. But here over at New Horizons Space Agency, blah, 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 or Space Center. God, I can't remember which one's mine now. You're just lying to yourself now, man. It's sad. All right. Yeah, if they're old enough to build rockets, they're old enough to watch. If a child is old enough to understand orbital mechanics, they can handle a dildo joke. I'm gonna get a third strike from Twitch. Watch. I already have 2 of them. One of them's for playing copyright music on a stream. It was really dumb, but eh. Okay, so center without an E at the end of it is mine, and agency is yours. Got it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for conforming to my American ways. I still think that is my favorite question I get asked. Did you steal Karnas's name or did he steal yours? Neither. The group voted on it, and we just both ended up with the same name, so it is what it is. No one actually cares that much. At least I don't. So brave. Not really. I'm pig-headed. Or however that lady put it. I'm a sexist, pig-headed asshole who doesn't deserve love. That's how she put it. Merely because I made a joke about OnlyFans, in the sense that like my wife would be really mad at me if I started subscribing to OnlyFans, and apparently that means I'm against sex work and I'm a terrible person for it because I don't want to subscribe to an OnlyFans because my wife wouldn't be happy if I did. I don't know how the world works anymore. Some I don't know, it was YouTube Premium kept putting this ad on for like, like a free month or whatever. And the joke I made, cause someone made a joke about OnlyFans and everything being a subscription service, and I'm like, I wouldn't pay money for an OnlyFans. Why would you think I would pay money for a YouTube subscription? And she basically said that I was like the worst person alive because of it. And I'm like, no, it's because I'm married and my wife wouldn't like it. And she goes, that doesn't matter. You should support sex workers no matter what. You racist, sexist, pig-headed something. And I was like, okay, have fun with that, I guess. I don't know. I think the only woman in the world that actually can stand me or deal with me is my wife. She's a strong soul. You guys should send her flowers. I'll link you my address in the description. She deserves love because she's stuck dealing with me a lot. I don't remember who that was. Some random lady on Facebook, like someone I didn't know, just jumped down my throat. Okay, thank you. I made like all of you guys mods because I'm too lazy to deal with any of that. Boot radiation belt. So as you see here, yeah, we're about 500,000 from the surface. We've already hit the 3,000 kilometer. We're good. Yeah, the X is over there. And in all good old-fashioned Sono stuff, we're gonna have a little bit of fun real fast. Where's the one? Right. But wrong, but wrong. Oh, go away. Ignore that noise. Dude, you're right. One moment, I just dropped my mouse and oh god, please work. I have a backup if I need to. Hey, it survived. All right. It was a nice little slow motion explosion for you guys there. I honestly keep my Facebook to post memes and keep in touch with my friends like that live in Australia and stuff. I don't have an exact time frame. I want to go as long as we can. That thing when the loud noise you may have heard, I bumped my desk and I set my mouse flying across the room. Well, I bumped the mouse. I'm using my wireless mouse because with the new setup I have, my desk area is a lot smaller than I'm used to. So I use a smaller wireless mouse when I stream because it doesn't require me to move a lot. Like I'm doing this whole circle here within like an inch, so it's nice. Anyways, gotta name this rocket. But we're gonna be going for as long as we can. I have some stuff to do later today, but it is much later today. So basically, as long as my wife's out and I am not interfering with her plans, we will be streaming. Yeah. Okay. I'm still talking with Mark and N9. I'm trying to multitask here. I'm not doing a very good job. Anyways, we need to name this rocket, guys. Anyone that isn't named Carnassa have an idea what we should name this rocket? It's the 3,000 downrange kilometer rocket. That's what it's designed for. We're gonna change the color of the rocket. In fact, we'll just do that right now. Make everyone happy. Make me happy. There's gray, gray, white, black. That's more like it. Okay, so downrange BOI. Okay, we have Katniss. I mean the rocket's gonna crash and burn and blow up, so Katniss would work. Can I just paint a rocket my own color real fast? Just do the gray and black. Uh, I'll let you guys mess it up later. When we start doing orbital rocketry, then you guys can really start screwing with me. We'll have like a multicolored, like 7-stage rocket. Well, it's supposed to be like it's a monument to mankind. It's an achievement. It's stepping forward into the world of orbital rocketry. It's gonna be a big deal. I have an idea, guys. What do we think? Though not the Carnasser rocket, since it almost looks identical to the one he built. And in his to get downrange video. Spaghetti. I mean, it could just be like a bunch of little SRB stages. Doodle boy. We could go with Pencil Robert since we did Pencil Bob. I know, it's funny because I was gonna when the update happened, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna do some small changes to the rocket I built at avionics, call it good. And then you like dropped the video about how to do it like the day before I had finished making mine, and I'm like, okay, that works. I'll just refer people to that video. And then I realized, hold on, I don't know if I can do that while I'm active. Let me check. Let me check for you, Katniss. Unfortunately, I cannot do it while I'm active, but I will set up a lower quality. It should allow you to do that automatically. Why it's not quality? Auto. It should be set to where you could go down to 360i. I don't know why it's not letting you do that, but it's supposed to allow you to. I can do it on my mobile application. So you did, and I can't remember, what did you leave out of that contract? It was a... Oh, not the current. Okay, we'll use that one then. Buran. That's a good shuttle name we can use. Okay, there we go. We're gonna call it this. Yeah. Checking some stuff on Twitch real fast. Quick moment. Shoot to this. Oh, that's what. 'Cause I remember I heard something and I'm like, maybe I'm just not understanding. Because that rocket technically does work, doesn't it? Because I've built this same thing. The rocket that I did, it was just I took the 3K King one I made, and I just took out the sounding payload and made it avionics, and it worked just fine. Oh. So unfortunately, Katniss, not apparently only partners can update that now. It's probably because I'm streaming it. Like if I go through my own menu, I can change it. But for some reason, as an affiliate, I can't adjust the bitrate anymore. I have it turned down to 30 frames to kind of help keep the lag down for people, but Twitch legitimately won't let me set that. I don't know why. Updating to 110 isn't a bad idea. There are a few things it doesn't let you use yet. I actually got mine to finally work finally, but I haven't imported the rest of my save files over yet. I just got the game to actually function. Cool, this bad boy. God, the money. Oh well. Unlock it. As always, build 2. Yeah, I need to run some new wires so I can get a better output on my thing, because I can stream 1080 just fine, but doing like a multi-stream, so doing like a Twitch and YouTube at the same time, it takes a lot of bandwidth to pull that off. So I need to actually do some port settings for that, but I want to eventually get to where I can do both YouTube and Twitch at the same time, and then just run like my tablet screen so I can keep track of the YouTube chat. I do not currently have Waterfall installed. I actually meant to do that earlier today, and I just totally forgot about it. I have it downloaded. I just haven't put it in yet. I am a very lazy person. Okay, so what were we here? Oh, I know it looks beautiful. In fact, I actually I have another save file that I test mods in that I put it in, and it just came out amazing. I loved it. So I am definitely going to be adding it to this variation of my game. And yeah, no, I feel you, because my it's funny. I have a my graphics card is a 20 late 2018 release graphics card, but it technically doesn't work as good as like Carnass's 1080 because I have a 1660 because my old 1080 died. But I picked up a 1660 on sale for Newegg. I paid like $45 for this card that was selling for like 400 bucks. So like I'm happy about it. Grid. Quick. Yeah, the sounds are actually one of the biggest things I've noticed. Like, I actually did I recorded I think it was like an RD107 engine burning without it and then with it, and I like played both of them side by side in one of my audio programs, and the sound just so much more is rich and it sounds so much more real. Almost sounds like you're standing next to a rocket. I heard they layered other stuff onto it. I know it has more than just stock sounds. They did something else to it. I forgot what it was. I know I should be a descriptive artist. That power curve. Sorry, I still have yet to write down what these sounding rockets can do, so I just want to make sure that it's going to be able to complete the contract that I'm going to do for some funds real quick. And then we're going to get the 3K rocket out and hope for the best, pretty much. Hope for the best, expect the worst. That's the motto. So once the 3K downrange is complete, I'll have enough money from that contract to get that launch pad going. That way, when all the orbital stuff is researched and ready to go, we can just build the rocket and send it. Yes, we're getting ready to do the 60-ton launch pad. That is the ultimate end goal here. Oh, we are still on slow motion. Let me fix that real fast. Launch pad. Launch stream. It's actually the Yeet stream. To get technical. No, it's not N9. It's the knockoff version of N9. Oh, this is just barely doing it. Okay, but it can do it. That's all we need to know. It can actually re-enter too, which is pretty neat. Station. I will in a second. I'm sorry, okay? The last stream we got a little sidetracked because you guys wanted me to do an X-plane. And X-planes take a lot of time. Like, they take so much time. Like, it's just so much time. I could just, like, not make it make so much time and be different, but you guys wanted me to do X-planes, so I did an X-plane, and we wasted a whole stream on it. Was it? Was it worth it? I'm glad. I didn't want to that. Well, I guess let's just go ahead and get this thing launched then, because I meant to put that in the VAB. Heck is about done. Yeah, let's get this away. Ooh, the Marky Mark's gonna be ready, which I train my astronaut. Have I been paying attention to anything? No. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's get that wrapped up. Perfectly happy with no planes. I don't know why the mod that I disabled is so touchy about things. Doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. Screw it. We're gonna be doing it anyways. There's our VAB stuff. Warp to the morning real quick. And let's launch. Planes aren't bad. They're an acquired taste. And I'm definitely going to be doing some X-Plane stuff. Except for I'm probably going to be blowing a lot of them up because I feel like I'm going to be rushing myself to do the contracts. But it's easy money. You'll probably see at least one flight today. Gonna happen. Deal with it. I mean, in fact, X-Planes allowed us to yeah, technically this was all N9's doing, not mine. So be mad at him. God, I can't recite. Run him in. All right, 3, 2, 1, ignition, and launch. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Okay, this looks kind of cool anyway. Bunch of these weird little. Oh, we lost rocket sound for a second, but it's still going. I thought the engine died. Okay, so I'm paranoid for nothing, but we lost engine sound for some reason. That was cool. She is on her way, aiming for the moon. Yeah, you should, because I worry about N9. Nice little flyby. The rocket hopefully carries itself 500 kilometers. Yeah, 500 kilometers down. Get that money from that contract. The 3K on the launch pad. Get the launch pad built and get it go. Go through this part. Pretty. We'll skip through a lot of it. Don't have time to waste. Close camera. Oh no, I did not mean to. And contract has been completed. Is there any science worth? We'll just let it transmit what it can. Let it blow up. Don't. Yes, that was Scott Buckley. You're correct. This is a playlist I spent a while putting together. There's a lot of copyright-free music on it. And I had to throw some Scott Buckley in there because the boy did it. The boy gave us the beautiful sounds of space. Look at that. Man, this music is perfect for this too. Just slowly falls to the water as I'm spamming time warp to make the water physics go all wonky. Eat faster! Silver away. There we go. This is more like it. I'm gonna recover the rocket, don't worry. Okay. Recover vessel. Normal recovery. They picked it out of the place, okay? We took it home. We didn't kill any space polar bears or any sea turtles. Space station is fine. We're doing fine. Whoosh. I'm still, when we lost the rocket sound for a second there, like my heart like dropped. I was like, not another engine failure. I think the first 3 rockets we launched, all of them failed. Like I wasted almost like 4.5, 5 months in the early starts of this game because all of my Aerobee rockets just failed. Yeah, no joke. There could be things like, I don't know, oil. 30. It was 60, which will give us enough to actually do what we want. And we're this one as well. We're gonna slap an Alyssa's Fury. Oh, up to the top. All the way up to right below Brand, not the Carnassa type. One more point, KB, or just to speed this up a little bit longer. That is true. We're not wrong about that. We're gonna do this 3K. This 3K rocket. Then we're gonna do a little X-plane. We're gonna try not to kill Mark. And I wait. We're gonna launch the X-plane. Try to get something done. It happens. I have actually I had a part like for some reason not blow up and just landed in the water, and I was cleaning out in my tracking station, and there was like a couple of oddball things that were just like chilling in the water for some reason. All right, nice and beautiful launch day. They hasn't been acting buggy though. After I kind of made some adjustments, it's been running pretty smooth as of late, so that's nice. And let's go ahead and attempt to get 3K downrange, guys. And hopefully this will be successful. Nothing bad will happen, and we can get the launch pad building. Then after that, we're just gonna pretty much be getting some money going for the orbital rocket. So a lot of that's gonna be paid for by the contracts because that's how I roll. Everything else is gonna go into updating. I like to launch at daytime because I think it looks pretty. You don't have to. I did my first couple launches at night to show the cool cityscape from the Evo mod, but I just like to launch at daytime. I think it just looks nice. The sun in the background. Been a long time getting this, you know, Android mod to behave with my save file because I have it all weird and whacked out. Not that any of this is going to give us any sort of data. We're going to launch it all anyway. Fine. Alright, got it. You guys ready? Double check the staging. Everything's good. Okay. All right, ignition in 3, 2, 1. Ignition is successful. And launch. And there she goes. There she goes again. Beautiful spinning glory. I actually own an acre of the moon, alright? Don't make fun of me. I mean, it's not worth anything. You can't actually own the moon due to the International Space Treaty, but I actually have like a title deed to an area of the Sea of Tranquility on the moon. It looks all like formal and proper and cool. It looks like a real thing. And I think it looks cool. It's more of a gimmick thing, but you know, I enjoy it and I'm happy about it. Okay, focus, focus. Ignition! We have ignition! Oh. Oh, it's something they've been doing for a while. I used to be able to do it back in like the 60s and 70s and stuff. You could buy like a title deed to like a certain geolocation on the moon or whatever. I guess it was closer to the 70s and 80s after we got some more, you know, satellites in orbit. But yeah, essentially they send you like a title and a deed and like a proof of authenticity that you own this area of the moon. Thank you, Criminalized Saturn, for joining the team. Deadpool's gonna come out and say thanks for the support. We are doing the 3K downrange launch and hopefully we will be successful in it. As you see the beautiful cityscape in the background covered by clouds or whatever that is doing there. I need to find out what's going on with Evo. Spooful 42, I believe. I'm probably butchering that. Sorry, but hello, hello, hello. I'm from Brazil. What is up, Brazil? How are you guys doing down there? Okay, let's see if we were successful, guys. As long as we're over 1500 by the time we get to the top of our orbit, we should be fine. We should be more than fine, actually. Let's see. Oh, cutting it close, cutting it close. And we're over. We are over. Yeah, RSS RO is definitely a game changer. It takes a lot. Like, I've been playing RO for a long time. RP1's a little different. RP1 I've only been doing for about a year and a half now. I more or less like doing it because I think the Earth is pretty. And I like the challenge. The challenge has always been kind of a fun thing for me. This bad boy is going to blow up once we get it down here. Okay, moment of truth, guys. Ooh. And we have done it. We have made it 3K downrange. Look at those contracts just going off like crazy. Where is it? Where is it? Downrange milestone. We did it. I don't have any cool party thingies, so I guess we'll just do this.
Let's go.
Poland, the land of Po, the Kung Fu Panda. I think Poland's awesome. Way better than where I live, at least. I don't know why. It's cold where I live, and I'm not a fan of it. Okay, we're gonna spam time warp a little bit, and that probably made a mistake. Oh. We're blown up. We're done. We're dead. We hit the bottom of the ocean.
Let's go.
But even though we hit the bottom of the ocean, we were successful. We did it, guys. We did it. Go back to the Space Center, shall we? And now, the thing that Alisea has been waiting for far too long. We're building the new launch pad. I mean, if you want to talk about strange language, just go to Texas. I have a really like I do like a mocking southern accent. My wife absolutely hates it. I think I do a good job, but he doesn't. Sure when I started recording, but okay. All right, are you ready for this, Alyssa? You want me to do the accent? Let's not do that. Okay, what are we gonna call this? Orbital Pad 1? Or something ridiculous and stupid because you guys like to name things odd names. Anybody have an idea? Anyone want to put a pitch up for the name of the new launch pad? I can't upgrade the launch pad. You build the launch pad. Katniss, stop confusing people. I'll take the sword away. Launchpad 1. Oh, Launchpad 1. Alright, we can do that. Launchpad, oops. Button. Launchpad 1, anybody else? Launchpaddy 1. Yeah? We happy? Is that a fair compromise? Long dot. Boom. Alright, we're gonna mix them all together. Lunch patty 1 dot boom. 70 grand. It's gonna take under a year to complete. And it is done. We are now building the next launch pad. You've seen right here. And that's it. That's the whole letdown. It's built, but there's nothing else going on. Launch pad 1. I can change the name, can't I? And 1 second. Tab. One's worth more. Yeah, so I have this, it's called human stuff, and I use it for the spacesuits and a few other things, but it causes the Kerbals here. Let me show you real fast. Let me just load up into the VAB and look at the guys on the ground. It turns them white. And it's some weird skin clash issue with texture replacer that I have yet to be able to figure out. I've been kind of fighting with it for a long time now. But it hasn't corrected itself, and I'm not sure what to do, to be honest with you. Oh, my energy drink is gone. I may need to go grab another drink, guys. Well, we're at 12 viewers. That is awesome, guys. I usually get like 3 viewers, but I guess I'm doing something right this time. Anyways, yeah, look at the guys on the ground. They're in all white suits, some of them, and some of them are like half loaded, and some of them are completely white. It's nuts. It's just the funniest thing to me, and it's just some weird loading error with certain patches. Like, see, he looks more humanoid. They look less green. That's what it's supposed to do, but it causes some of the other colors to just go nuts. Yeah, I'm gonna grab a drink here in a second. Stretch my legs for a moment. Oh, thanks for redeeming the drink. I don't remember why I even put that on there. I really don't. I think it was like really late at night when I set up all my streaming rewards with the hero coins. Like I threw the hero coin thing together in like a few minutes. Wait, what? 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 Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I had done this already. What is going on here? What is going on here? What happened to me last time, and I'm not sure why. We need more sound alerts. Okay. Let me look at something. I think the height map is glitching out again. Yeah. I set them all to 0 bits so you guys can use them as much as you want. And if you don't want to waste channel points, you don't have to. But again, we here at So Not the Hero and So Not the Hero type streaming on Twitch, we don't believe in streaming for money. In fact, if I could disable the stupid ads, I would. But every time I try to, it throws a huge fit about it. Problem 1 second, guys. I need to make some small little adjustment here. That was not what I wanted to do. There's this really fun glitch with the procedural wings for some reason that this top unit right here, if I make it long to cover the top of the body, it thinks it's height, so then it makes like the height map go all wonky, and it like believes that it's too tall. See how the height just jumped a bunch? So the way around it is to bring that down just a little bit. Slowly go over until it glitches. Oop, oop, button. Okay, we're still good, we're still good, we're still good. And then we gotta move this over real fast. You're gonna make me some northern sound alerts? I'd be down, honestly. If you send me some sound files, I would totally add them in there. Like, in fact, one of the sound bits is a custom bit. It's the whole Carassa Let's Go thing, which I think I told him I was going to do, or I just did. I can't remember if I told him I was going to.
Let's go.
Yep, that guy. Hope that didn't screw anything up. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Save the edits. 1 second to fix it. I mean, if you want to send me cool sound bites, I will add them in. Since I can make them all 0 bits, we can just do it that way. It doesn't really matter to me, but I can upload custom sounds, and it's fairly easy to do, actually. Ah, moving to carrier. Okay. Not what I wanted to do. Good till 8. How long is this gonna take to? Awesome. Oh, he's still going. Gotcha. few days. Yep. Mounted the carrier. That's good. In fact, we'll get it mounted real fast. SSP will be mostly done. Marky Mark's ready. That's gonna be going. Cool. There. Okay. We're all set up. All right, guys. I am gonna go grab myself a drink. I will be back in just a moment. Feel free to hang out while we wait. And we are back. What I missed. I was thinking about doing some interstellar music, but I'm having trouble finding stuff I like that isn't super hard on copyright claim. But there are a few tracks that I'm still looking into. Because the thing about Twitch is I can actually get my account banned for running too many copyright songs. If I sneak them in here and there, it's fine, but I don't want to risk it. Anyways, we're gonna do something that oh, sorry, big drink of that bang kind of made my stomach a little gurgly. We are doing a blue raz bang today. Sugar free is the way for me. Me and sugar don't get along very well, so I do have my water. Hold on. I don't know if you could hear that because of my soundboard kind of blocks off ambient sound, but oh. Fortunately, Mark isn't here to see this, so it's unfortunate. So let's try not to kill Mark while he's away. We're definitely launching Mark. Okay, guys. We save before these because I've had these glitch out on me really bad in the past. I need that much. Break sound barrier, 343, 30 seconds. Ah, we can do that easily. Return home safely. Gotcha, gotcha. We're gonna hit launch. Marcus in. Launch again. I'll show you guys a really cool little trick when it comes to air launch function on the space planes, especially in the early RP1 career with curvable construction time. You get about, I think it's 5 seconds before it actually air launches you. So if you want to make some cool adjustments, there's a really cool trick to doing that. As soon as it loads up, hopefully. Getting a spinny wheel, so I'm nervous. Getting a spinny wheel, so I'm nervous. Please just load up. Uh-oh. Okay, guys, give it a second. It's trying. It's really trying, you guys. Hey, Mark, sure, we can kill him now. Sweet. Okay, if I don't feel like we can make the landing, I'm just gonna eject you. But if you go like that, you can pause it for a second. I want to check out my autopilot, man. Turn moderation off. Good. This stuff looks... This. Well, unfortunately, Master Alyssa has spoken. But it wasn't N8 that did it. It was N9 that added. Mad at the wrong person. All that's good. I'm happy with all that. Hit the wrong button. Problem. Here we go. We have liftoff. And drag chute. Come into your own thing, please. There we go. Like most X-planes, the best thing to do is start tipping up. Get it going. I don't know why you're black, Mark, but apparently you are you're a dude. You're a bro here. Let's get ourselves up to the contract area real quick. 3 or 333. 343. Full throttle. Not what I want. That was a wasted ignition, guys. Oh well. Gonna slowly but surely coast up, gaining a little bit of speed as we go. Gotta stay in that Yeah, you look like Lando. That's what I'm like. He looks like a Star Wars character. As he flies into the sun, blinding himself. Downside about these early X-planes is they don't get a lot of fuel, so it's doing some of like the longer running ones it can't do. But once we build a bigger, longer plane, it will. I don't know how much we're gonna get into X-planes on this particular playthrough, but we're gonna do some of them. If anything, for some easy cash. And we're gonna, slam some records real quick. There. Plan this just right. 15-kilometer, and we can hit the 600 at the same time. Pull back on our fuel consumption for just a minute. 500 delta V left. We're just about to where we can tier forward a little bit. Start going now. Picking up some speed. back as much as we can. All right, open her up, boys. Let's go. Let's see if we can hit the 600 meters a second mark. Let's see if Mark here can break some records in the Marky Mark 1. And does he do it? Nope, he flames out right before 600. We got pretty close though. And now we need to glide our happy self back to the KSC, it looks like. Okay. Calm down, me. Calm down. Get out of the body here. Camera tool. Itself, a new real basic camera tool out here. There you go. Gliding your way into victory, being the first man to fly anything and go high up in the sky. Currently cruising at about 15K altitude, and we're going to come bring you back home to that beautiful, beautiful Florida coast. And just make sure all the settings are turned on in your ship correctly. All systems appear to be good. All right. Time to fly you home. Oh yeah, the IVA stuff it's pretty nice. Like you can see how the cockpit was a little warm here. You can pretty much like play this whole game in IVA with some of these cool little mods they added up. I don't have them all installed. I just have a handful of them installed, but see my craft stuff. I can see, you know, body, Earth. We're flying here. We got Mark N8 Kerman flying. How long we've been in the air, our total mass, and everything. This one I believe is Rasta Prop Mod. It's oh god, Parnas, are you here? What's it called? It's Rasta Prop Monitor, and there's another one like IAV Advanced. I always forget what it's called. I'll have to I'd have to actually physically look at my CCAN file. Oh, we need to start bringing you back down. Once we get through this part real quick, I'll pop over and see if I can pull it up real quick. Yep, Raster Prop Monitor. That's the mod right there. There's a couple of extensions too you can actually get in CCAN. Asset Avionics is another one. It only works on some of the stock ones, I think, though. It does a handful of different ones. I don't have Asset on this right now. Well, I have part of Asset, but it's just for the command modules for later in the game. I don't have the rest of it because the rest of it was causing some weird laggy stuff with my other ones. We need to start getting you back down to the lower parts of the ground, man. Bit of a nosedive here. A little bit of time warp. And thank you, because I can never remember what those mods are called, and I get asked it like randomly, and I just I don't know. I just tell people to ask the Great Katniss to do it for them. Be like, yeah, just ask the Great Katniss. She'll make you anything you want. If she'll not, Jesus, why do I keep doing that? He will make you anything you want, as long as he finds you cool enough. And that is that's what we tell people, at least. Because if you're not cool to the Katniss, then you're not cool to the rest of the club. It's because every time I think of Katniss, I think of Lucy, and the word Lucy sounds like a girl name to me, so my mind goes to she, and I don't know why. I do this all the time. Just mostly to myself. I'm very well aware that Katniss is a guy, or whatever he wants to call himself. That's cool with me, but for some reason my mind is just like, huh. Maybe it's because I'm thinking like I had a friend named Pat. Maybe that's what's getting to me. I don't know. Lucy is a pretty awesome person. Does some really cool mod work too. A good point. Not a boy or a girl, it's a cat. It is but a cat. ABN2000000000000. Hello. Sorry. Oh god. May have cut too much altitude off too early. But welcome to the stream. Glad you got a chance to actually make it. Probably start paying attention to what we're doing here. Neo Noob, thanks for the follow. Oh, I get it. Alyssa made Carnassa go shopping for a mouth guard last week too. So you know what football, like your version of football, the shoes they wear that have like the little things on the bottom so they can grab into the ground? We call those cleats here in the state. I don't know what you guys call them over there. But cleats are basically athletic shoes that have grippy stuffs in them that allow you to grip into the grass easier. Typically used for like football or soccer as we call it. You can also have in our version of football, or hand egg as people call it, I guess. Maybe? Is that what like soccer players wear? Studs? Football players wear studs? Okay, well, they're called cleats here. Yes, Carnassa is here. He's been kind of lurking in the background, popping in every so often to remind me to be a better KSP player. Trying to line us up real quick, guys. I do surprisingly better in the cockpit view. Oh my god. Someone please kick him out of the chat. I don't like puns. Okay, we're coming in way too fast. We need to do a quick... Ooh, wrong thing, wrong. We're shaking it. Pull off, guys. We gotta do a little bit of a turn. I really rarely fly in real time in front of people, so I'm getting nervous here. We may just have to... Oh, you know what? I just realized I have not been doing any of the science, the crew reports, or anything. Whoops. Guess better late than never. Yeah, we may have to go for a grass landing here. I don't think I'll have enough time to actually flip the craft around in its entirety. I mean, people die. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just come in for a grassland. There's no other way around that. Alright, let's flatten back out for a second. Going. Over here looks decently flat. Recover from that. Oh, we're sliding. We're slide shifting. That's not good. Ooh. Uh, that doesn't work with these. I can promise you that. Oh, please. Oh, crap. The chutes aren't deploying. Come on. Good. Not good. I definitely staged and armed them. Come on, brakes. Come on, brakes. Bring us down. Bring us down. Bring us down. Bring us down. Oh, God, we saved it. That was not the best flight, guys, but Mark has survived. And we have officially landed our first X-plane and got, like, no science out of this. That doesn't matter, though. Point 2. Cool. Go ahead and recover it back to the spaceplane hangar. And hopefully not go into a panic mode like that again. Because I was starting to get a little bit on edge there for a minute. Really worried. Really, really worried. I didn't want to kill Mark the first flight out. And we needed that money, so... Alright, guys. It's been a while since I've actually... No, I landed the... When we tested it, I landed it. I think I landed it just off the runway, too. Once I start getting better technology and I actually start, like, building, like, full built ones... You know, actually, now that I have a handful of you guys here, I do need to name 2 more of my Kerbals. Looks like they gave me 2 guys and 2 girls. But I can always change them, because we already have Alyssa something funny Kerman. I would make N9 one. Let's make N9 the other girl, guys. Okay, so Constantine, we'll make you B2. No, what do you want it to be? B2 NAM. B2 Anomaly. Kerman. I keep them all Kerman. And then Olga will be Brent. N9. Per woman. Here, hold on. I'll make a list because we're gonna end up buying more Kerbals anyways. So, oh god, that was intense. Okay, hold on. I'm pulling up a little list thing here so I can make a list. So we got. There is no such thing as Russian general. Only American pilot with slightly Russian name. You quit asking questions now. Okay, so quickly, names, yeah, list time. So we got Kiri Kerman. All right. Melon. All right, Kerman. They're gonna die. Because you smash melons. Science. We'll probably throw Carnass in here at some point. I've beaten him up enough in my space agency. We've taken him through some pretty high GX plane flights, and well, when I finally get around to finishing my alternate space history episode, which should hopefully be coming somewhat soon, I don't know. I don't have a lot of time. We put him in another pickle, so. Hello from Amsterdam, CrossFit Skunk. I absolutely love that name, by the way. CrossFit Skunk. That's beautiful. from the United States of its cold in the Pacific Northwest, you, welcome to the stream. Now that we've named our Kerbals, though, some names, we get back to the Rockets. So we got Alyssa's Fury coming up, which I think we already have the contract for that, which is the low biological. Yep, low biological. Here. Can't quite do these right now because of the fuel stuff, but I can do experimental maybe. And we got some pretty all-in Kerbals game, to be honest with you. I'm pretty happy with them. Okay, so I just want to look at a few things. There, we're good there. We're gonna go ahead and spend some money real quick. 'Cause we do here spend money. We're gonna upgrade the VAB a little bit. One more. Thank you for the follow, my dude. Welcome to the Sono streaming team. And it's gonna get loud in a second, guys, because my dogs are coming inside. So 1 second. Sorry about the noise. Hey, you don't need to scream, buddy. So it appears my wife came home because my dogs are going nuts. Hello, pretty lady. Yep, wife is definitely home. KSP Gamer 124. Hello, hi, dog. Hey, Jesus. Okay, yes, both the shepherd, red wolf, and the husky are here now, and they're definitely wanting to let you guys know they're here. Calm down, you two. Doggy reveal. I have pictures of him in the. Hold on. Wife player of the game. Dog means. I will. My wife doesn't know what Pog meant. Hold on. All right, hold on. I will post a photo to the Discord real fast, Scott. Oh no. It's not a great photo because things are happening, but it's a photo nonetheless. Gonna drop it in general chatting real fast in the Carnassa Discord. And there you go. There's my dog jumping really roughly behind me and my wife in the background. Here you guys go. Teach my wife KSP. That would be up to her if she wanted to learn. She's an excellent Fallout 4 player. She has to restart Fallout probably soon, but I kind of wish I can get her to start streaming her Fallout 4 stuff because she's a mad lad when it comes to Fallout series stuff. Here. We have so long. We're in 53. Yeah, we are so behind, which is fine. Everything happens. We get behind. I'm not going to get too upset about it. But it looks like we have. And also, I've watched Carnass. I've watched you try to teach Carnass how to play KSP, and it just looks exhausting. Oh, I love the new skins on some of these. These are so beautiful. I haven't had a chance to go through all of them yet. Anyway, sorry. You'd watch Fallout 4 streams? I would too. Like, she's actually really good at the games. Like, super good at the game. It's up to the Senate. That's actually a good way to put it, because this is the rule of thumb around here, okay? My wife is an awesome person. She lets me be myself. She doesn't tell me that I can't play video games. She lets me buy dumb things. She buys me all this cool space gear stuff, including my NASA onesie that I'm not actually wearing right now. My wife is a beautiful, smart, amazing lady. But I fear her, so I still ask permission, even though I don't have to. Name that movie. It's up to the Senate. It's Star Wars, you bonker. I normally wear my onesies when it's cold. Hold on, I want to see something here. Ignition's remaining 4. Sweet. Okay, so this I was able to fix the barnyard thing. I mean, anything space related, I probably know about it. Like, you guys want to know when my anniversary is? My anniversary is on May 4th. So may the 4th be with you, and it's mostly so I don't forget our anniversary. That's like 99% of the reason. I also made my wife, not my wife, my best friend super mad because he wanted to get married on May 4th, but I got married before he did. Now he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna I'll feel like I'm copying you," and I'm like, "Yeah, get over it. Sucks to suck, I guess." I just wanted to. Yeah, he can always do like Revenge of the 5th or the 6th. It's up to him. I don't know. There's 3 more Star Wars movies he can bank it off of. I don't know. Not air brake. No, I do not have air brakes just yet. The procedural air brakes I was trying to build were giving me some kind of weird issue, so I gave up on it. So we're using drogue chutes and poorly timed turns and grass landings. One. Real quick, I know you guys aren't a fan of, some of you aren't a fan of the X-Planes in here for the rockets, but I just want to test something out quick. Because I don't want to risk killing somebody else. Yeah, so that's what we were trying to do. In fact, if you were here earlier, we had that on here, but for some reason, it keeps like, the wing keeps glitching out, and it like a little piece hovers really high above it, and then they just like, they don't move, and they don't cause any drag. Like I could activate it and run them like flaps, but they're just not working. I'm gonna have to dig around with my procedural stuff and see if there's some kind of mod conflict, but we're having some kind of oddball issue with it that I need to kind of go through and adjust a few things and fix how to do. So hopefully I get around to doing that properly, because yeah, I kind of dropped the ball on that. Yeah, in fact, Calvin McClure, I watched Calvin McClure do it with some of his early X-Planes. Typically what I do is when I unlock the actual like air brakes in the tech tree, I just make smaller ones because they look more realistic, and I don't know, they're easy. You just place them on something and then it causes a drag. But we had a real close call with that last flight because I had no way to slow down. Oh, please don't do the guitar thing. I don't have a guitar with me. Not tuned. You're gonna make me get up and walk over there. Save them to give my dogs treats or something. I need to take that guitar thing off of there. You guys are killing me here. I don't like playing in public. I like to play in front of my wife and my friends. I don't like playing guitar in public. I have anxiety. Oh, I have no fuel in the tank. That's hilarious. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Put some fuel in the tanks real quick so I can be on that. As cool as that would be, first, I'd probably go with an SRB because it doesn't require ullage. And 2, that would backfire terribly. I know for a fact it would. Maybe we could put a couple of small separator motors like on the front somewhere to where it kind of pushes back at an angle, but Gimli glider, sorta. It's more the let's see if I can not kill my Kerbal glider is what it's designed for. Good there. Test it real fast and see if these parachutes will work now, because they didn't work last time. And I got real nervous because we had a grassland and we were getting really close to that lake. I'm not sure if you guys saw how close we were getting to that lake, but we were starting to get really close. And then we bounced and came back airborne, and I was getting super nervous. But you know what? We made it. We survived. No one died. I may have pooed myself a little bit, but we'll talk about that later. Also, finally done it. Welcome to. If I missed that already, sorry. I'm not good at multitasking. That you can ask my wife. In fact, I don't think I did anything she asked me to do. Oh, thank you for the drink. I smacked my nightstand, my mic stand with the thing. Also, I'm gonna give a shout out to another YouTube streamer that has too many people. So, yes, okay. I really enjoyed performing in a band. That was really fun. But just me by myself playing guitar in front of people in like a normal everyday situation doesn't work. If I'm drunk, yeah, like I'll jam out super hard if I've been drinking. There's video evidence of it. In fact, I drank half a half gallon of tequila and then played the song Creep like 6 times in a row at a party once. And then I played Simple Man a bunch. And then I fell asleep against the wall holding the guitar apparently. Yeah, that's who I am. Yeah, I don't drink tequila anymore. I don't drink in general anymore, actually. It's just not something I'm a big fan of. Okay, so it looks like those were, yeah, it was half a half gallon, so like a quarter gallon. So yeah, about 2 pints. About 2 pints of tequila. Alright, good news, guys. The parachutes work now. Yeah, these are the early iterations. Actually, when we get a little bit farther along and I get better technology and stuff, they become a lot more boxy and they end up looking like fighter jets technically. Kronk X-Plane. Yeah, this is the Marky Mark though. The Marky Mark 1, because Mr. N8 Mark was the VIP of the stream, so I let him name it on that one. But there is a name something option, but we don't really use it around here. We build stuff and then I let you guys decide. I pick who I like, etc. But we're using individual tanks right now, so we are using a little bit more chonkiness than arrowness, but that will change as we go down the line. We will eventually start getting into more of a plain build. Oh, I used to drink like way too much. Like I didn't really get hangovers. Like there are times where I go to beer pong champion like games like giant like tournaments and drink till like 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I would like get up like 4 hours later and then walk like 3 miles home in August when it was 90 degrees outside and humid. It is what it is. I don't recommend it though. But yeah, I don't. In fact, I don't encourage heavy drinking at all. Like I think it will ruin your life if you do it too much. But I also believe in having fun every so often. So well, hopefully that works fine. 6 UK pints. Is that smaller than like Australian pints? Because I've seen some Australians drink a lot. I actually went drinking with an Australian one time, and I highly regret it. The whole situation. Okay, used once. In fact, I want to show you guys something real quick. You're gonna hear some noise. My wife is breaking down some boxes in the background. But I want to talk to you guys about this mod real fast because I keep meaning to bring this up and I keep forgetting about it. There's this really cool mod that goes with RSS RO. It's called Scrapyard. See all these pieces here? These are all things that I have recovered in the past. Biological samples. In fact, I think I have 2 of these. So I won't drink with Russians anymore. I made that mistake when I was 16, but yeah, have drunk and fun responsibly. Unless you're N9, then we're gonna get you loaded on stream because it's funny to us. We're bad people. But anyways, I just wanted to kind of go over this real fast. It's a cool mod called Scrapyard that works really good with RSS RO. These parts here, These are from crafts I've saved or been able to recover, like fairing pieces and parachutes, and you can actually use these parts like on a rocket, and you get it for a reduced price. The only downside is it's used. So this part's new, but um, eventually you will start. Like, as soon as I start, like if you see here, I've used this. It's one previous used. Um, Good burn time. Rate of burn time still good. Has all the ignitions back. It's currently upgraded. But yeah, I recommend this mod to a lot of, especially people who've been playing RSSRO for a while, because over time parts will degrade. It's like shuttles, for example. It's great for shuttles because you'll eventually have to start replacing the wing parts because they'll get so degraded over time that they'll fail. It kind of gives it a little bit of like a realism vibe. I figure I just give a shout out to that mod because it's awesome. It is Scrapyard, not Oh Scrap. Oh Scrap is a failure mod that does not like RSSRO. Anyways, let's have Alyssa's Fury ready. The Marky Mark II is about done, but we're gonna wait off on that. We're gonna do the Alyssa's Fury launch first, and then maybe do another X-Plane. I'm not sure. We're gonna prep it, and we're gonna give someone else a chance to fly. I think we're gonna throw B2 in the seat. We're gonna give B2 his chance to fly here, and try not to kill him. But first things first, we are going to launch Alyssa's Fury because she's been on this stream with us for a long time, and I think she deserves to have a rocket launch. Fires a 1 of 3. Oh yeah, we got plenty of time. All this stuff finished. Out of the way. Oh, that's... I just realized it, guys. That was the old glitched plane, so we're gonna scrap and get another one building real fast just so we have a backup plane just in case. Sorry, and then we're gonna launch Alyssa's Fury, the beautiful multicolored rockets. And this is kind of the boring part of RSSRO, so I'm just gonna kind of start grinding through a bunch of flights real quick to get it out of the way, get our orbital tech researched, and get going. Technically, with the RD-103, I could do a real basic orbital rocket with the avionics we have, but it's going to be clunky and not very effective, and it's not a guaranteed thing, and I don't know. Anyways, let's see. If this is the updated Marky Mark, let me make sure. 5.872. Actually, that. Gotcha. Good, 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 good. All right. We'll get that one building. I just want to get that out of the way. The way they call it a caveman rocket. I mean, I guess. The sounding rocket, and this is the one thing, I think this is actually something that really deters a lot of people from getting more into RSSRO, because you have to get through this part of the game before it gets fun. And it sucks, but it's part of it. And I don't know why I'm building this. We don't need to scrap this out, get rid of it. I need to get you out of the way so we can do the other contracts. But yes, basically there is a long, tedious period of legitimately boring rockets. And we will launch the Alyssa's Fury at night since Alyssa seems to like the night launches. Sounding rockets are really fun, but like until you start getting into like the orbital stuff and doing like the cool satellite missions, the game doesn't really do itself justice. Like that's why I try to explain to people all the time. Like, they see these, like, cool builds, and they're like, "I can never make it that way, it's impossible." I'm like, "You need to get the tech unlocked and get through the sounding rocket grind, and then you get to that stuff." Like, once you're doing, like, the variants, like, we have, like, the Splata rockets, which were done by N9. Those ones, they're great for sounding payload. Then we have, Alyssa's Fury. This is our biological contract one. So it's good for netting a science, and has an awesome paint job. And then you start getting more into, like, the two-stage rockets and all that stuff. But sounding rockets, in the end, are just, it's a lot of, it's a big delay, I guess. Like, you have to get through the sounding rockets, and they get boring after doing so many of them. I think that's what gets a lot of people. Because you're just shooting the same thing pretty much over and over again until you have to upgrade it, and then you just kind of wash and repeat that whole process. Sorry. This was Alicea's, Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry. Alicea's rocket design idea. Um, the N9 one is the same thing, but he made it orange and purple because he's psychotic. Anyways, got everything loaded, everything's good, throttles up. And 3, 2, 1, ignition. And launch. There she goes. Flying into the beautiful night sky. The Alyssa's. Is this the Alyssa's Fury or Alyssa's Revenge? I think this is the Alyssa Fury number 4. I can agree to that. Alicea. I'm sorry, I keep calling you Alyssa, not Alicea, and I should know better. I'm sorry I keep screwing that up. My bad. Anyways, there the rocket goes in all of its wonderful glory, shooting straight up into the sky to gather some science and come back down. I didn't even see to make sure this thing could do the contract. I just launched it. I'm pretty sure it can. These are pretty easy to do. Landing payload, altitude of 140. Oh god, yeah, this is gonna be cakewalk. And our beautiful EVO city light scheme in the background. What I'm doing right now, you just hold down the middle scroll wheel button. You can adjust it. You hold down Alt and shift it in and out. That does it. You hit V to, oh god, I'm so sorry. I forget that locks it. Please stop. Please stop. But camera tools is the other thing I'm using, where you can, like, I don't know if I have any paths. Oh, I do. Sweet, I have my paths here. Do this one. Good one. I forget these all lock on. Okay, these don't work good for sounding rockets because they lock the camera. But using stationary camera like this, get this kind of cool, like, live effect. Yeah, camera tools. Also, that would actually be really cool to be in. Like, have just like do a bunch of outer asteroids really far out, so we can go try to grab them. But yeah, that and Holcam VTS is really cool. You can put little cameras like inside fairings, so you can get like bell shots. You separate the rockets. There's a bunch of really cool ones, but yeah. Anyways, oh, we got the hypnotic, mesmerizingness too of it. Separate the payload. But yeah, so camera tools. Camera tools is awesome. It takes a lot of time to get used to learn how to play. Pathing is really cool for non-spin stability because you can make the like angles really cool. In fact, if you check out my YouTube series, which here I'll link it, I'll plug it in the thing. All of my my later alternative space history missions use extensive camera tools. In fact, I'll just drop a teaser real fast I did a little bit ago, and that will kind of give you an idea of what pathing is able to do, because I use a lot of pathing for this particular setup. So real quick, let me just drop that link in there for you. There you go. So I just dropped a little link in the thing that kind of shows you the works of camera tools. And then give me one more second here, because I actually have a thing. Find it real quick. Here we go. Shadow Zone has a really good thing on it. I'll link that in this as well. Second here. We're waiting for that to float up. I would check out that video because it kind of talks about how all the effects and the features are used and all the fun stuff. Anyways, we got this nice little view of the Americas. I will actually be right back, guys. I gotta run to the bathroom, so hang out, enjoy the pretty view, and I will be back in a few moments. And we are back. Do something against the rules. That's the thing. There's pretty much no real rules in that. No hate speed. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Ooh, almost screwed up. Almost screwed up bad. Arm the parachute. Come on, do the flippy thing. You're supposed to flip. Well, this might end terribly. Might end greatly. I don't find out. Oh, man. Max, you're... It may rip normally, yes, but because of the huge surface I have on that flat bottom piece, we're going to bleed off so much speed before it actually deploys, it's usually pretty okay. Normally, these are designed to flip upside down where they come in more aerodynamic, and then they flip back over to the bottom where the weight is once they get to this area. But it basically does this whole Starship philosophy, where the wide surface area will actually slow it down a lot more. Fortunately, I kind of, this is 1.8. Unfortunately, I kind of time warped a little too happily, and I skipped the basic part of the coming into the atmosphere stuff, so whoops, my bad, but, yeah. You're gonna see here, we're gonna like severely start bleeding off speed before we hit the 5K mark. And then it's a shoot to shoot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Alright, man, for sure. Just tag me in it real quick so I can see it, actually see it. Just gotta recover this, right, to finish. Yep, cool. Alright, let's just go ahead and warp through this real fast, guys. action. Alicea's Fury has once again successfully netted us a nice chunk of change. This is the ultimate rocket, the perfect rocket. Rocket that just beats all rocket. Let's recover this guy real quick. See what science games we got from that. Money we have to play around with now. I really enjoy this song. It's jazzy. Thank you for the ultimate rocket. 11 points. 5 more from that. Got a nice little chain. We're still at 90 grand. Bunch of our stuff upgraded, which we're probably gonna spend just a moment, but 200 days for that. Go through this. Got 80 days, 80. So many days. Basically, to get the satellite air science start doing the real contracts. It is what it is. Okay, there. All right, we need to look at some downrange contracts real quick. Let me see what other X-Plane contracts do. Ooh, advanced biological suborbital. I'm pretty. We can do the first couple. That. Oh, we might have to upgrade this for. Yeah, how many days on this? Counting rocket 50, blah blah blah, 190. Oop, looks like the build another Aliceus Revenge rocket real fast because we're gonna use that to do the altitude contracts. Ooh, that looks really pretty. Right, and my wife is off to the races and the dogs are going with her. Yeah, those are super cool. I actually like those. Was that something, a planet that you're designing yourself? Because those looked earthy to me, so I wasn't 100% sure if you, if it was from RSSRO or if it was else you were playing around with. Thousand. I need to look at something real fast, guys. Give me. I got all of the space low from that, so that's kind of a wasted launch deal. So let's cap off, take that off first. Have to make some adjustments here, I think. Sorry guys, I'm going into focus mode. I usually stop talking for a second when I do this. Okay, it was Duna. I was like, it kind of looks like stock, but it kind of also doesn't look like stock. So I didn't want to assume anything. I don't like assuming stuff. Awesome. Cool, that's fine. Decent aerodynamic profile. I like it. I like it. Oh, you're so using GIMP to edit it. Gotcha. It looked pretty nice. Like, I like the way they came out. I wish I could change the color of this easier. I'm gonna try something real fast, guys. That's not gonna do what I want it to do. Awesome. Never mind. I have to deal with it for now. Okay, we're gonna go 10. We gotta run a couple of quick tests, you guys, because we're upgrading Alicea's Fury here. We are gonna make it not only a new biological sounding rocket, we're gonna also make it a downrange rocket and probably make some adjustments to the Splatitude. Oh yeah, no, the graphics, like the level of graphics and shaders you can possibly pull off from this is just absolutely insane to me. Which I don't know. I've noticed like there are some people that just make this game look so absolutely gorgeous. It's insane. Like I don't know. There are some shader packs I've seen that I wish my 1660 could run better, because once you get to certain levels of shade, it kind of starts throwing fits. Trade that to have the money. Fine. Okay, guys. Couple of quick test launches real fast to kind of see survivability of the capsule. I get to see go downrange a bit, because advanced biological contract is a downrange recovery thing. That makes a little bit more money, and then we're gonna actually use the adjustment that we made, the wider rocket, and we're gonna. Yeah, so I'm using the 32K Evo one, but I had to dumb down my standard RSS tickets because it was causing a memory issue when I ran it with. Oh no! Hold on, guys. I think we might have a crash here. Yeah, so give me just a second, guys. I'm pretty sure KSP just had a memory leak. See what's going. Might be able to save it. We're gonna try. We're gonna try and save it. Unfortunately, guys, I'm not sure if you could hear me, but we lost it. It died. Fortunately, I had to cut the stream in 10 minutes anyways. So, unfortunately, I think we're just gonna have to kind of end a little early today, which is infuriating. So, yeah, straight up, it turned into an N9 sequel. I just wanted to get that last rocket built and get it going because when we come back, we are going to do orbital rocketry. And it looks like... Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm pretty sure Cosmonaut Crash just streaming. Okay, we're going to go raid Cosmo, okay? Give me a second to get this set up for a second, and we're going to go raid him real. Load the raid thingy. Give me just a moment. I'm gonna get the raid set up real fast. I totally spaced on raiding people because I don't do it very often, so I totally forgot to set anything of this up. So give me 1 second. Okay, so we want to raid Cosmonaut Crash. Yes, yeah. I believe. Oop.
Today we're here to honor your legacy.
Ignore that. Correct. We just. Alright, give me 1 second. I'll check that out in a second. Alright, guys. Oh my god, why does it do this every single time I try to raise? Valley, you. Give me 1 second, guys. It's causing me to not doing the thing I wanted to do. I'm just gonna do it outside of OBS because it seems to work a lot better when I do it this way. Give me just a moment. Alright, guys, let's go. Why? Oh my god, I'm super sorry, guys. What am I typing in wrong? Raid fail. That's what we... Oh my god, this is gonna be insane. Mute this. Okay, so wait. Raid working. Sorry guys, for some reason my raid is just not register. Raid channel, yes. Okay. Channel we want to raid is Cosmonaut Crash. It's that simple. Okay, cool. We got it, guys. Let's go in there, raid him, and raid him hard, everybody. And we are on our way. And 3, 2, 1, later.